Sammy Hagar and Steely Dan. You're listening to 102.3 WHTL, Whitehall, Wisconsin. It's 11 o'clock.
Your hometown location. Is 102.3 WHTL, Whitehall, Wisconsin.
It's time for the open house on WHTL.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent?
You're joking, right? I don't joke about real estate.
With the Hanson Real Estate Group.
I never understood why people are so afraid to eat at an open house.
I know. The open house starts right now.
And it's Wednesday, and that means the open house with Hanson Realty Group. And today I get to visit with Jacob Lallemont. Hey, Jacob, how are you?
I'm doing well, Mark. How are you?
Not too shabby, and you and I were just talking. You just got back from my home state.
Yes, I did. Got to go out to a beautiful wedding in Colorado. Congratulations, Seth and McKenna Liseski, on the new wedding here. And, yeah, it was beautiful. It was a great trip, Mark.
It is. That's where you went is really pretty out there. The Black Canyon of the Gunnison with Gunnison, Colorado, one of my favorite places. So I kind of envy you. It's a nice time of the year to be out there, too.
No doubt, no doubt. It was a beautiful trip. Definitely fun one to go to.
Good for you. All right, real estate. Is the market still pretty busy right now?
Yeah, it is. You know, things are still moving right along here, even though we're getting into them fall months here. It's definitely a strong market yet, Mark.
Now, is winter usually a little bit slower than summertime? I mean, how does that work? Or does it just depend on the economy and a lot of different things?
Yeah, no doubt, especially with the Wisconsin winters that we're famous for. It slows down a bit. I mean, tough to move in and out of places in this kind of weather that we get here. And then you got the holidays, everything, and everyone's thinking about that more so than the real estate market. But obviously, in the past few years here, things have moved pretty strong, essentially all year long yet. So.
Now, you've got something you call the auction method. Tell me what it is and how does it work?
Yeah, no doubt. So obviously through Hanson Auction Group, the other side of our business here, we do tons of online auctions, and it's something we do for real estate too. And we've had great results lately on quite a few of our auction properties, and it's a great way to market your property. The reason it works, Mark, I mean, everyone gets a shot at it. You know, it maximizes the potential out of your property, and it helps establish a value that's set by the market, you know.
Let me ask this question. Okay, if you sell your house in the conventional way, you certainly do get some play from the real estate company you're working with, and people have the sign up in front of their house and they see that. But does this open it up a lot more because there's so many people on the internet that see this opposed to people that just go by word of mouth or seeing the sign in your yard?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, especially with our company, we're very fortunate to have a great team in marketing that takes care of the auction and real estate side. So whether it's conventional or auction, I mean, we like to get a lot of eyes on the property. That's the name of the game, to find a buyer. And through the auction property, you get all the buyers. Mm-hmm. I mean, so if say your property was listed at $200,000 and one guy comes in, yep, I'll give you $200,000, boom, it's done. You don't know if there was room for more. Mm-hmm. The auction property, the market sets that value. So one guy might give you 205 or 210 or whatever it may be. Kind of opens it up to everybody out there to take a chance at it.
Okay. So how do you start the process?
Yeah, so very similar with a conventional listing. We'll get a listing contract put together. From there, we'll take our photos and measurements, get information on the property, get it up on the MLS. Like I said, all the same as a conventional listing. Then from there, we open it up for bidding on our website. Starts out at $1 and just keeps working its way up from there. We set an open house date so the buyers can come view it. We'll handle private showings. And then from there, we keep going and let the bidders do the rest.
How long does the bidding go on? Does that vary per property?
It does a little bit based on the situation. I personally like to have at least 30 days out there. Gives time to get through the marketing cycles. Everybody can get their research done. If they want to look at the property, they can. So I like at least 30 days. Mm-hmm.
Now, what properties should be taken to auction and which shouldn't? Because I'm sure there's probably a distinction. And, I was asking you a little bit about that before. It's a little confusing to me which one should and which one shouldn't.
Yeah, no doubt. So there's a wide range of properties that do well on auction. I mean, anything with a lot of demand. There's homes in certain areas. We just had one go great for us down in the township of Montana, just outside Wamedy. I mean,
Right.
it's hard to find a home publicly for sale because small communities, a lot of people know each other. So there's always, they know who's looking for a house down in some of those smaller communities. And so to get one publicly offered, that was a great one for auction. I like to take farm and hunting land to auction. Or unique properties. There's some properties where there just isn't many things that compare to it. So giving everybody a chance to buy that and really determine the value of it is huge for some of those properties. As far as ones that maybe aren't, so maybe newer construction, nicer houses, stuff like that, where people are going to want to have their home inspection, stuff like that. They might not fit the auction method as well. But that's something we can help you work through when we come and meet with you.
Now, you say that when the auctions begin, it all starts at $1. Do the sellers do they establish a base minimum that they're willing to accept? Is that how that works?
Yeah, so with our auction properties, the seller has the right to reject, counter, or accept the offer at the end of the auction.
Okay.
Things have gone, like I said, they've gone great recently. I mean, it's been a long, long time since we've had one actually not sell on auction for us. It's definitely a great way to market a property.
Now, you've got some neat properties that you want to talk about here today. One of them on North Creek Road over in Arcadia. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we're heading right in. That's one of those auction properties, Mark. We have an open house there Friday, November 15th from 10 to 2. It's a absolutely gorgeous 30 by 52 shop on 2.7 acres. If you're looking for a place to build a house in Arcadia, it's a residential lot. It's, real flat lot, so you wouldn't have much in the way of excavation costs, and the shop is a must-see. Whether you're looking for storage or you want to build, it's got spray foam insulation, in-floor heat, cement floors, and a lot more great features with it. So
be a great place to park an RV, probably.
Yeah, no doubt. It would be a great place. UTVs, four-wheelers for anyone with little hunting land nearby, anything like that. Obviously, room for vehicles. It's a neat property.
And 2.7 acres, you could build virtually any type of home that you want on that property.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no restrictive covenants on the property. So, some of those smaller lots will have some developmental restrictions on it, and this one really doesn't. So it's definitely a must-see property. And with bidding ending Tuesday, November 19th at 6, it's definitely one to check out and get your bids in.
And the open house will be what time on the 15th?
From 10 to 2.
10 till 2. And you can check that out on the website right now at Hanson Realty Group. Boy, that does look like a really neat piece of property. It really does.
It really is, and that's one of those we talk about, Mark. It's unique. I mean, that's a hard find in the Arcadia area, so definitely something to check out.
Land's at a premium around here, especially land that you can use for residential. And if you're talking 2.7 acres, that's an ideal location right outside of Arcadia, kind of right between Arcadia and Blair.
Yeah, no doubt. It's really neat. And I mean, some neat features. I mean, there's pine trees growing up the sides that will create some privacy over the years here. Neat apple trees in the back. I mean, it's just a really, really nice place.
Now, the next place you have here is in Alma. And this looks like a pretty interesting property as well.
Yeah, just a few minutes outside of Alma on County Road S here. 1-bed, 2-bath home. It's definitely country living at its finest. You get to enjoy all the amenities of having the town of Alma. I mean, it's just beautiful with the river real close by. Sitting on just under 5.5, it's 5.46 acres. It's a must-see property, Plenty of storage space. I mean, there's multiple outbuildings there. It's a neat place there, Mark.
That really looks like it. It looks like a really cool location too, and you can check this out on their website as well. Now, what's the best way? I know you've got a number of them. You've got northerninvestment.com. You've got hansonrealty.com. Is there one that's better to look at this property than the other?
Yeah, so we're moving everything more over to the Hanson Real Estate Group page over time, so that's definitely the one to go check out. Okay,
and the last property is in Arcadia again, and this looks like a really pretty house.
It is, no doubt. I mean, 3-bed, 1-bath home, sitting on, just under 0.6 of an acre there. It's got a large 2-car attached garage, which has plenty of storage room, really done up nice, and it's hard to find a good country place like that without without the huge price tag and listed at only $249,900. This is something to check out if you want to live in the country outside Arcadia.
And yeah, definitely. I mean, you don't find very many nice houses outside of Arcadia for sale anymore. You know, properties at a premium, and especially affordable homes like this, that's a good buy.
Yeah, without question. You know, it's a hard find at a good price, so it won't last long. Come see it today.
And you can check that out at the Hanson Realty Group website as well. And I tell you, auctions are interesting, and it isn't hard to get involved. I know we've talked about that before. A lot of people maybe are like, I don't know how to do that. Well, just go to the website, and it'll walk you right through it. And if you have any questions, I know any one of you folks would be more than happy to help.
Yeah, without question. I mean, it seems like a daunting process to someone who's unfamiliar with it, but once you get in, you get registered, you start bidding on it and get familiar with the platform. Obviously, we're available for questions, like you said. It really is a simple process, and it's a neat way to buy and sell property.
Check it out, and if you want to contact Jacob, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, just give me a call or text anytime at 608-863-3928. I'm here to help.
And if you need to find that number, it's on the Hanson Realty Group website. Also, go to the Hanson Realty Group Facebook page. There's always a lot of good information on there. Jacob, thanks for coming by. I do appreciate it. Always good to see you. And who's up next week? Do you know?
Yeah, you bet. We got Josh Becker next week. And yeah, always great to see you, Mark.
Yep, always good to see you. Jacob Lallemont with Hanson Realty Group. A little bit of open house here on WHTL every Wednesday. Next week, it'll be Josh Becker. Thank you, Jacob.
You bet. Thanks, Mark.